Welcome to episode 169 of the Radio Control Show, sponsored by AMeanHobbies.com, your one-stop RC hobby store.
We have right here the MIP Performance Package, and for the first round at the J Concepts National Series race out at AMain Hobbies, I TQ'd by over 4 seconds by over, who was it, Chad Bradley and Steven Hartson. It takes half a pound off the car. It rearranges the weight inside of it. It moves the battery back here instead of up front. The car doesn't plow anymore. It's real controllable in the air. Our shock towers, as you can see, are carbon fiber, and they're actually wider than the old shock towers. And it just changes up the geometry, stands them up a lot more, makes the car very forgiving, easy to drive. The original design of the SCTE, the actual speed control, as you guys know, is back here. The battery's up front. This is further forward, and servo stays in the same spot, but we take out all the plastics, so it just lowers center of gravity. You don't need any of those plastics inside there. It just takes up weight as well. We just simplified the whole design of it, and as you can see, we moved the motor backwards, and we flipped the front and rear bone. So this is usually the rear bone, and with the design, we were able just to use the stock components. So everything that comes within the kit is all the hardware, the shock towers, everything is all here for you guys. It's you're able to just slap on this package, and I've had a couple of guys tell me that it's already taken just once they go to the package, it's about half a second off their times. So it's a considerable improvement, and it just makes the car really handle well.
Today, with a host of small and portable micro video cameras available, it's easy to strap one onto your plane and get a bird's eye view. But what if the bird wants to turn the tables? This onboard video camera captured some extremely unusual aerial interaction. We're not sure whether this bird just wants to take a ride or if he wanted to take the plane out. Our thanks to Algark on YouTube for posting.
So this is how you think it's gonna go moving forward. We watch our egos touch gloves and come out done, out of order. Take a step to the left and we hold it down, all the time chasing Saturday dreams around. Got an age but we're not getting older. Well, nothing burns like the words we say, nothing hits like the games we play. Don't you think that this life has another day? All together now, put the chains away, sing a song for me. All together.
We recently caught up with Todd Hodge from Team Losi Racing to get an exclusive first look at the TLR 22 SCT. Check it out.
How you doing? I'm Todd Hodge from TLR, where I am the Category Development Manager. Today I'm going to tell you about the Team Losi Racing 22 SCT. This weekend at the 2012 Hot Rod Hobby Shootout, we are debuting the new truck, and so far the results have been pretty good. The team's running really well with it. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the truck right now. Essentially, we have a 22 short course. Some new features that we have on it is heavier duty ball cups, now 4mm, and you'll actually notice that there's an HD printed on the ball cup. The vehicle also comes with tungsten carbide diff balls, unlike the 22 and the 22T. Revised slipper plate, you can't see it in this shot here, but we do have revised slipper plates. The truck also uses its own Team Losi Racing 22 SCT wheels that are essentially have the same offset as the 10 SCTE. So if you have a 10 SCTE, you can swap wheels back and forth. Has all the other features of the 22, 2.5mm 7075 aluminum chassis, 12mm shock bore, and it's basically a short course truck that handles like your 22.
See the full video on rccaraction.com and get the full review in an upcoming issue of Radio Control Car Action.
Hey, I'm I'm Julie, and here's this week's social media update. Attention heli pilots, this week's deal of the week is just for you. If you're new to heli flying or ready to move into more advanced forms of aerobatics, our 140-page book, The Basics of RC Helis, is what you need. As our deal of the week, it's half off the regular price. Deals of the week will run from Friday to Friday when a new deal will be unveiled. Go to airagestore.com and pick up your copy today, and to check out our large selection of RC books, DVDs, digital subscriptions, and more.
In the world of RC Scale, almost everyone knows winner of the recent Top Gun Scale invitation, David Wigley. Recently, Model Airplane News' Jerry Erish caught up with Mr. Top Gun and got the inside scoop on what he's planning to fly and compete with at next year's event.
So you have this beautiful airplane. You were talking about it before down at Top Gun. Can you tell us a little bit more about it while we see it now?
Yeah, this is my next entry for Top Gun because the Wyvern is 5 years and it's timed out. So I've been working on this actually for about 4.5 years. It's a Bristol Beaufighter. It's 1/5 scale. I designed it from 3-view drawings and pictures and measurements I took from museums. And it's in primer now and should have it flying hopefully later on this year.
Very good. So what are you using for engines?
I have 2 BME 100 engines in it, the same engines I have in the Wyvern.
Oh, very good, very good. And the construction, is it traditional balsa wood, plywood, fiberglass, or is there anything special about it?
It is, for the most part. The airframe itself, wings and fuselage, are all balsa structure with sheeted and fiberglass. But the tail surfaces here, I needed to keep the tail very light because there's basically no nose on the airplane to put extra weight. Okay. So the stab and the elevators are covered with flight skin. It's only 0.010 of an inch thick. It's a very thin fiberglass sheet and keeps everything very light back there.
Excellent, excellent. And I know that you did the retractable landing gear yourself as well?
Yes, that took about a year. And it's a bit deceiving. In fact, I kind of got caught because when I first looked at the pictures and 3 views of the aircraft, I thought, oh, that gear's pretty simple. It's like a DC-3 landing gear. But it turns out what's going on up in the nacelle is very different than what you see hanging below it. So after taking some measurements, like I say, from the full size and designing the gear in a 3D CAD program, an engineering design program, put it in motion on the computer, and then I started cutting pieces.
Very good. So like I said, there's always something exciting, something beautiful to show at this event, and this Beaufighter is just one of the things. Thank you very much for your time.
My pleasure, Jerry. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Have you joined in this week's discussion on Facebook? We'd like to know, what is your funniest RC moment? Just head to facebook.com/The Radio Control Show and leave us your story.
Head to your local hobby shop or newsstand for the September issues of Radio Control Car Action and Model Airplane News. Or get it now on airagestore.com, iTunes, or barnesandnoble.com. Thanks again for joining us on the Radio Control Show, and we'll see you next time. Sponsored by amainhobbies.com, your one-stop RC hobby store.